Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
So am I audible? Yeah. Okay, done. My query is like in this case of my screener with chamber fertilizers, I
Hmm.
can see the entry price as 496.
Okay.
Okay, you can see also my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, 496.1 is my entry price, where I have spotted the line here, the horizontal line,
Okay.
to give me the accurate point where I can enter. So now it has hit the 496.1. Now
Hmm.
there is a scenario here, the low pivot, which is 493.1, where I can see the 496 is hit, and the later yellow candle with a green, where the high pivot is also create. I mean, high trend. I can see that it's above the 496.1, which is
Okay.
497.5. Can you please go ahead with the explanation of this scenario? So where we can enter, or still we need to wait for some other confirmations?
Yeah. See, our previous experience shows that all the prices which filtered in our screeners, so they hit perfectly. They become the perfect entries and they hit the targets. So right now, Chambal fertilizer filtered at 493 point something. Okay. So
496.
yeah, 496.25. So
Yeah,
before the low pivot is created, we have marked it, right? Before
yeah,
the low pivot is created, we have marked this horizontal line. So
yeah.
the scenario should be like this whenever we want to take the entry. So we have to mark the price, and whenever the price goes below that line and a low pivot is created, and from there, if the price is coming up and cross and closes above this horizontal line, then that becomes our entry, right?
So this candle is our entry candle.
Yes, exactly. So
So
even though
now,
So even though price may fluctuate here because we are in 5 minutes time frame. So just now at a 493 low pivot is created. So our stop loss will be 492, right? Or 492.90 is our stop loss because our entry is 496.65. Okay. And if you observe that a high pivot is created within these 5 candles, and a low pivot also created. So when this situation occurs, I called it as a fractal candle, fractal scenario or fractal candle. So whenever the fractal thing happens, we have to take the center of the center price of in between these two pivots, that is the low pivot and the high pivot. So even if we apply that logic, suppose let's say we don't know the screener, we don't have the screeners, we don't know the price, but one of the method we follow to take entry or exit, we follow that we take the center price of the high and low pivots, right? Previously, I have explained that, right? Do you
okay,
agree?
yeah.
So if the price closes above the center line, the middle point, then that becomes our entry. If price,
So now let's calculate, and also we'll notify the actual price
yeah,
then. Then what is the average price of
exactly,
which two prices?
exactly. This
Just give me them.
502.70 and
Five
4,
five
4,
not two.
yeah,
Where is 502? This one?
502 is the high pivot, right?
High pivot. Okay.
Okay, and the low pivot is created at 493, right?
493.1. Yeah. Okay. And
The
if we take an average, it
uh,
is 497.9.
right. So 497.9, right? Let's
Yeah.
take it as 498. Okay, our
Okay.
screen is giving 496, above 496.25 is our entry. Whereas according to the fractal candle methodology or mechanism, it is showing that 498 is our entry. If the price closes above 498, it becomes our entry, right?
Okay.
So the two methods concluding this is an entry. Another method we can consider, that is fake sell. So in 5 minutes time frame, whenever we got the sell signal, then immediately a low pivot is created within that candle where we got the sell signal, and the next immediate candle that did not closed below this low pivot. That means this low pivot is confirmed. Whenever we get the sell, and immediately if it becomes the low pivot, that means then
It's a fake cell.
it probably become the fake cell, and the fake cell will be confirmed by the next continuous candles. Whenever the candle forms one candle which gives sell as well as the low pivot, whenever a candle shows sell and if it creates the low pivot, that becomes the fake cell. Okay,
And
so
also an uptrend where we can see now here lively,
yes,
like, yeah, where 493 becomes a lower pivot, but still that means the price is going to move up whenever
yes,
they
exactly.
a small uh, a low pivot is formed. That means price will move up for sure.
Exactly. And one more important point here is S3 support is showing that 494.70 is the S3 support, right?
Yes.
So the price has the low pivot has created just below this 493.10. That means in so many probable ways, it is showing that the price is not going to move down, it is going to move up because the pivot is created at the lower layer of the cloud, right?
Okay then.
Another, and all this has happened at the fear zone. The yellow candles, we can see the yellow bars here. All this happened at fear zone. And if you move back, just move back. Few candles before we got a buy, yellow buy here. When we get the yellow buy, so whenever the price breaks this zone, resistance zone, then we get the buy. Here, if you observe, the sell black line has closed. It is not continuing, and we got a buy here. And here also the sell line is not continuing. Here we got the resistance, and immediately a high pivot is created within the 5 candles, a low pivot created, and which become the fake sell. That means somewhere the price is definitely it is going to move up. So the safe
So
entry is 496.25 because we are not sure whether the next 4 or 5 candles they may close below this 496 or they may come very near to 493 or they may come to 494. We are not sure about that. But whatever happens, if those candles closes below this 496.25, whenever they come up, then only we call it uptrend, right? So that is the safest entry. 496.25 is the safest entry. Now, to give another confirmation, let me share my screen. You just stop sharing. This is the special option indicator I have developed. This indicator is exclusively developed for option buying only, option buying and option selling. See, you have all these pivots, cloud, yellow buy, and all these features in your indicator, in your lucky indicator. Whereas the extra features I developed here is, see, whenever the candle is closing, it shows the strength of the candle here. So last 30 candles within this 5 minutes time frame, showing an average of 40,479 volume has been purchased. Now the current candle, even though it is showing as the suppressed candle, because the price tried to move up, it tried to create 497.50 high, but it closed very near to the low. The low is 494.45, whereas it closed 495, right? That means it is I consider it as a suppressed candle. That is a lot of supply is available and so many traders are trying to sell it. So that's why CBS here it is showing that 82% selling has happened in this candle. 82% selling happened. But at the same time, 306% buying happened. This is the beauty. So even though 82% selling is happening, 306% buying is happening simultaneously. That means obviously who will win? Definitely the buyers will win. The trend will move up. And other things we can consider here is RSI. In 5 minutes time frame, it is 34.3, and 15 minutes 32.7. In 1 hour, it is 32, and in daily, it is 53.7. So from 5 minutes to 1 hour, the RSI is in buy zone only, because according to the RSI principle, so many traders, so many professional traders consider taking an entry when RSI is below 30. And they consider taking exit when RSI is above 70 or 80. Okay, so in 5 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 1 hour, it is showing that it is an entry. And before this, I will show you one thing. See, 493.10 is 30% oversold price. You can see this, right? 493.10.
Yes.
Are you able to see this?
Yes.
So the trend is just started. Our entry is 496.25. I'm going to mark it here. See, our entry is 496.25. If you observe, you can see a black line here, a thick black line, which we call volume of control. That means most of the volume is here at this price range. So if any candle closes below this, the price will fall. If any candle closes above this, the price will move up. Okay. Here it is showing 70% RSI is at a 501. It's not 501. It is 55 is 501. What is there? 510 is the overbought 70% RSI zone. 510 is the overbought RSI zone. So till 510 the price will move up. So this is the calculated risk we can take it here, because the RSI is very low and it is fulfilling all the scenarios we consider for taking an entry. In different methodologies, it is fulfilling the setup, that is it is going to be the entry. So let's see in a 1 minute time frame. See here, higher pivot is created in 1 minute time frame. So what will happen if you see this trend line? Whenever the price come and touch here, it reverses from here. So probably what will happen? The price will come here. It will touch this lower layer of the cloud, 493.80, and it will move up. This is going to happen in 1 year, 1 minute time frame. Also, the value is 110%. A lot of buying is happening. In 5 minutes, it is 323 something, 306%. A lot of buying is happening. In 15 minutes, see, we can see an yellow candle. Yellow candle means that is divergence. And yellow candle touching this vertex line, which is coming from the top pivot. We can draw them manually also. So if the price closes above this yellow candle, that is obviously coming 497.50, right? So previously, when we calculated this thing, when we calculated the low and high pivots, 502.70 and 493, when we calculated, the middle coming is 498, right?
Yeah, 498.
498. So in 15 minutes also, it is showing when the price, the closest above, what is the high of this candle? 497.50. That means 498 is going to be our perfect entry. And this is confirmed by in 15 minutes, 413% volume has been bought. Right? Let's see in 1 hour, maybe it is just started, only 52%. So in 15 minutes, for sure, we can take this trade, because in 15 minutes for sure it will go and touch this 501 or 510 R3 resistance. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yes. And if we can observe our high target also, we
Hmm.
can
Let me. Where is it? It's like right. This one, right?
yeah, the high target also it's 528.
528. So
So
let's
when
see.
it is, yeah,
1 minute. Let me complete this. So in R5, the resistance R5 is 531, whereas it is giving, whereas our screener giving 528 is the target in next 14 days. Next 14 days, 528 is the target. So obviously it will reach. Right. Now
yes,
you ask me.
yeah,
And
the
one more
same thing.
indication I would like to show. One more indication is, see, in this zone, in these price ranges, the price has fallen and we can see the red and yellow vertical bars here. And before we see the buy here, a lot of buying is happened. This yellow and red vertical lines means double the volume has been transacting. Comparing to the regular volume, double the volume has been transacting. So even after double the volume transacted and the price moved up and created the high pivot, why do this price fall or price moved in sideways? This same kind of thing has happened in NDMC also 2 days before. So when
NMDC.
they acquired NMDC, so when they acquired enough volume they require, what they did, they moved it in sideways, because they are not selling, they are trying, they are forcefully trying to push the price down, but the retailers are not willing to sell, because they also think they also know that this is the entry point. That's why nobody is selling. So finally, after over a period of time, after getting enough volume, they forcefully they pushed the price downwards. And any time when we see a buy within this range only, the price will fall. The price will reverse within this range only. We can see the green hat candles here, right? So if I close this, you can see from here onwards, the trend had moved up. So within this zone, price moved sideways. Then finally, it came down. So obviously, the price from here, it will reverse, because the previous pivot that created before we see the buy is the violet one. From here, the trend has moved up, and here a trend line, if a trend line is drawn connecting these two low pivots, and it is moving in this way, which acted as a resistance. So obviously, whenever the price come over here, it will break this resistance and it will move upwards. Now I am done. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, that's okay. And I'm done with this. I got the point actually.
Got the point? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So any other doubts regarding this?
No, I'm fine with this particular stock.
See, yeah. I want to explain this. See, 496. See here, three stocks filtered. So here the green color means all three, whenever the stocks filtered here, all three are in buy zone. We can buy them. Whenever the white color turned into green, that means that is coming to the buy zone. Whenever that becomes dark green, it is coming very near to the buy zone prices. So if it's shown the pink color within this lucky entry, that means this is the perfect price to buy. Okay. So every time, whenever you see the price, what you have to watch, you go to daily time frame and you should check whether the price is moving upwards or the price is moving upwards or the price is falling from top. This is very important point we should note down. If the price is moving upwards, let's see on 20 June, the price has moved upwards from 496. That becomes a perfect entry. So when the price is falling, we must be very cautious. We have to check with other scenarios and we have to cross check the entry price with our strategies which we follow to take entry. Then only after the multiple confirmations only we should take entry, especially when the price is moving either in sideways or the price is falling from the top. So we check some other stocks, how they, what kind of setup they are showing. That is BHEL, another one, BHEL. See, for BHEL, the entry is 318.9, 318 in the, so see, this is the beautiful one. See here that the price is moving upwards. It is not falling from top. So let's go to the lower time frame. It is 318, right?
Yes.
Even 8.90. See how beautifully it is reversed. See how beautifully it is reversed. The low pivot created is 314.60. Whereas in Chambalphat 9, what is that? 493 is the pivot, right? 3 rupees difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Our entry is 496 and the low pivot created is 493. So in case of BHEL, here our entry is 318, whereas the low pivot created is 314.60. And if you observe that, the same scenario you can see here. High pivot, sideways, and probably we may have seen some buy here. Yes, we have seen the buy here, but we cannot consider because it is very far away. So from here we can consider it. Green hats came, so a lot of buying is happening. Then the price moved sideways. Then they forcefully pushed down the price. The price came below this vertical line, this vertex line, right? And a low pivot is created here. From there onwards, it moved upwards. Is that same scenario we can see in Chambalphat?
Exactly.
Where is it? Where is it?
It's just down before with the screen.
Yeah, this one. See, we can see the similar scenario. Same scenario here in BH here. Same thing. Same scenario here. Here we can consider this. Right. And from here onwards, we can see a lot of buying is still happening. Last closed candle, the transaction of the last closed candle is 238%, whereas selling has stopped. It is selling is only 20%. And here also we can see the same sideways momentum. So price may fall and again it may move upwards. So always we should consider the entry when the high pivot is not created. When the high pivot is not created, then we will consider an entry because that reach the target for sure 100%. And another one is Bata India. Bata India 1499.97. 1499.97. So this is daily. So this one also we can consider because in this case also the high pivot is not created. The price is moving upwards. So 1499. Even though in daily time frame it is appearing as it created a high pivot, it is a temporary one. It will be taken out very soon. It will be taken out. So 1499. So 1487 is the low pivot, whereas 1499. This becomes our entry, right? We can consider it
Exactly.
1500. This becomes our entry. And then obviously what happens, see, from here onwards price has moved 1545 it reached, whereas what is our target? 1609 is our target. So within next 14 days, whereas we projected that
So
by
again,
June.
the entry is today
Yes, today it's entry.
with
No,
1499.
no. It's not today. It's not entry. See, we projected that by July 10th, it must come to this price level 1499. But
Yeah.
actually, it came a little bit early, one day before. So on July 9th itself, it came to 1499. So after that, it created the high pivot. After that, it moved. What is this date? So let's see. On 9th, right? So on 9th, 1499. So here, I think somewhere here, yeah, here, when we see the yellow buy, we got a buy here. Then it created a high pivot, then price falls. And again on 10th, it gave the opportunity to buy. Then again, it created a high pivot. Then today, it is within the zone, but it did not give any accurate entry signal because the price is very far away from our calculated risk. Because 1499 or
Yeah.
1500 is our entry, but whereas the low pivot created here is 1523. Even though the target is very high, that is 1492. Oh no. 1492 means it's already crossed, right? No.
Yes.
Okay. No. It is
1609
next
is the
low.
high target.
Wait. Yeah, next low, we calculated 1492 will be the next low. So 1499 price has moved up. So we expected the next low probably will be 1492, which came on June 10th, July 10th. Our entry confirmed on July 9th at 1499. Let's say, suppose we have missed it, or otherwise we have taken entry and we exited at the high pivot. On 9th, let's consider this is 8th, this is 8th, this is 9th. Let's consider on 8th. So it opened up 15, 24, 15, 15, 15.
The
Yeah,
9th, sir.
yeah, this one. So 9th, so the price itself opened high and it has fallen. So on 9th, we did not get any buy opportunity. But on 10th, we actually missed the opportunity. According to our system, it gave us next 1492.45 will be the next low pivot, which happened on July 10th, 1492. So actually the pivot is 1487, right? On July 10th. We expected
92 has come.
1492 will be the next pivot. So 1492, this line, 1492. So when price came here, we have been observing. So if it creates a low pivot here, then price will probably will move up. Then a low pivot is created here and the high of the low pivot is taken out. Then we can consider entry here. This is the beauty of this. This is the newly added one. This is the feature that I added today. This is the wonderful feature. You can see even if we have missed on the day, the next price we may have missed at 318, but we can buy again on 316 because we already projected this, which has not happened at that moment.
Yeah, but 316 has come on 10th of July,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
But as we are on 11th of July, so even then there is a point to enter.
Exactly. See, even though the 316 pivot has created on July 10th, today is July 11th. So the closing price is 332. So we have to look for an opportunity in between 316 to today. So today's session started from here. So the price opened itself high and the price has fallen. So we cannot consider this. But when the price touched 1523, are we looking the same one? No. 316. 316. 316, 11th. So today, no buy opportunity. We can take buy opportunity here at 332, whereas the price difference is it increased 16 points from our low pivot we calculated, which is very risky. Today date. Oh, today date is 11th July 1 minute 2024. Now time at right. So here a lot of volume has been bought. So when this high pivot is taken out, we can take entry with the nominal stop loss of 331. 331 will be our stop loss. Why this has filtered even the price is not anywhere near to the low pivot because the target is 356. So the price is still in buy zone. With a small risk, with a small stop loss, we can take the entry. That is the reason it filtered.
With the minimum profits, at least we can try
Yes.
to
Yes,
enter and exit.
And a minimum profit.
Yes.
Right. So I think you understood this screener, right?
Exactly.
This is very important. See the cycle type. So whenever we see the sell, we must be very cautious because it could be a buy, it could be a sell, it could be a neutral cycle also, sideways momentum. So all the stocks filtered here, they are obviously they are for sure they are for buy only. But sometimes what happens, reverse cycles happens astrologically. So at the moment of the time, we have to see the chart and according to our buy setup. When that means buy setup means whenever the price comes to our decided or predefined pivot levels, and if a low pivot is created at that in that range, then we will take an entry. Right. So
Yes.
if it gives yes buy means strong buy. Yes buy means strong buy. And we have seen that that has happened on all these three stocks. So where this strong buy is given, so obviously it happened as a strong buy only. So tomorrow it is going to happen in Chambalford. We got all indications there in Chambalford. Tomorrow it is going to happen here in this stock. And this is already confirmed by so many scenarios, right? I hope it is clear to you.
Yes.
Shall I stop the recording?
Yeah, sure.
Are any doubts?
No, done. If anything, I'll be letting you.